I was talking to this white lady. She had traveled a long way. She had traveled from the Arkansas border,
Oh, wow.
and she was talking about the unemployment in that town was like 60%. But another lady was concerned about her Social Security, and rightfully so.
Well, I tell you, that's one. Trump did say that he would not touch Social Security, and he did say that he's open to some sort of a, he's against Obamacare, but he's open to some sort of single payer, some form of single payer, which is basically, when Obamacare came out, the Affordable Health Care, they wanted single payer, but they knew they couldn't get it through Congress, but if there's a way to get it through, that's what it should be. It should be for everybody.
Yeah, that's a funny thing that Trump would be more to the left on healthcare than Obama. But, I mean, that's the reality. Obama not only didn't fight for single payer, he took it off the table before the conversation.
That's very true. That's very true.
Who that guy is.
And that was one of the reasons that the rank and file in the Republican Party, the staunch conservatives, said he's not a conservative, he's more of a Democrat when it comes to that. Well, if you recall, when in his inaugural speech, Obama said, there is no red America, there is no blue America, it's the United States of America. And what the politicians have to learn is that we have to learn to do what's good for the people and not what's good for one party or the other party, And, I mean, with people living longer now, okay, I mean, you mess with somebody's Social Security, which is something they have coming to them. I mean, it's not even a lot of money. You can't live on it.
Well,
a lot of people
no, you can't. But Obama
but a lot of people do.
Is the type of person. Obama's the type of person that would take from one and give to others. Trump said he's for making opportunities available, which I agree with. Just because
but I want to see where Obama took from anybody and gave to anybody else. I want to see when he did that.
You look at the amount of look what happened to the middle class with this Medicaid, with this Obamacare that is, and look how they're having to pay these outrageous deductibles, and premiums are going up. And
right, but that's not taking from one and giving to another. That's creating a system that is so expensive that a lot of poor people are opting out and willing to pay the fine. And middle class people are looking at that, like you said, huge deductible, and like, whoa. So, I mean, it's just more expensive, but he didn't take from the middle and give to the poor. You know what I mean?
This fine is
a giveaway to big business. That's,
I don't know.
Most of his policies are.
I don't know how it is.
And look at these fines. Every year they go up, go up, go up, go up. Yeah, I think they use that to balance the budget.
Yeah, probably. But look,
escalating fines.
In New York, in New York where we are, if you are very poor, Obamacare is free, Medicaid is free, your medical is free, and you get very good care.
Now they're talking about providing student loans for illegals. Well, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Why are you going to provide student loans to illegals?
What loans are you saying? Community colleges.
Forget about that. Why are you going to give?
I don't care if it's even community colleges. You got Americans who have a difficult time with student loans. So why are you giving it to someone who's who's a non-American?
Why are you giving Medicare and Medicaid?
Always read the fine print with Obama because there's always something waiting around the corner. It always is. So yeah. So student investment, but it's going to be community college.
Why do you give Medicaid to illegals? People come here illegally and go right to the Medicaid office.
Typical Obama.
I mean, that's been going on for
But
years.
like I said, I'm not too down on that because I also understand that America is always trying to recruit and bring in, I don't know how to say this in a nice way, but new groups of people to work for the lowest wages because Americans who've been here can't live on that anymore. And that's kind of one of the little schemes that we play. So we love bringing in refugees.
Well, them Indian doctors not working for no low wages.
No, not them. No. Now, how long have they been here?
You do train American students, American children, and make those jobs. When you have 10 American students that can do the same work that these H-2 visas, take them H-2 visas, send them folks back home and get those jobs to Americans.
That's the practical thing to do. Why haven't we done it? Because business likes low-wage workers who can not only demand rights, but can't really demand a higher wage because they're lucky to get what they got. So, I mean, that's essentially what we have. So next refugee crisis, we'll be bringing more in.
Hey, I was at a friend's store, and his store is one of those UPS drop-offs. Well, the guy that came in there working for UPS had a very strong Eastern European accent.
Yeah.
Those jobs should be available for American citizens.
Indeed. I agree. No argument for me on that one, man. But like I said, why is that the focus, though? Why is the focus always not only globalization, but the idea that other people need to be here, need to be drawing, wages from jobs Americans should have. So, I mean, that's the game.
Look at the foreign policy. If you could really look past page 2 on the foreign policy, you could see why come they're here. It's these promises.
What did you say, these promises?
Absolutely. These promises that's been made out with these foreign countries. You do this, you do that, we'll let X number of your people come here and have a piece of the American dream. So American citizens are getting peddled off for nothing.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Which is why I don't trust these two parties. You guys think Trump is different from these other people. I don't think so, but we'll see.
Well, I never seen nothing like Trump before. I never seen a party come out after, when it did happen, I was too young to know what was going on. But the way that the party is coming out, the way that you have, what the hell is Cruz doing, picking a running mate? He's nowhere in the world.
Right.
How silly could this be?
Yeah, man. Yeah, that's amazing. And then of all running mates, he picked Carly. So yeah, I mean, all of it is hysterical. But Cruz, like I said, that debt ceiling thing to Cruz, the American people don't fully grasp how dangerous that is. When you sit up and basically hold up the American credit line, what you're doing is making everything in life for Americans, the normal Americans, more expensive. College, commodities, like a business, everything more expensive because you are actually affecting the dollar by your political move. Like that's how important that debt ceiling thing was. And people always say, well, run government as a business. That's not how governments work. You as a single citizen will someday die. So it's important for your creditors to get their money from you. A country is supposed to live on in perpetuity. So the idea that a country has to pay all of its bills as it goes just doesn't work, and it's not realistic, and it's silly because that credit line.
Well, it can be realistic if it could be realistic.
If we didn't have that credit line, you know how much gas would be. Like, you know how much your overall standard of living would cost without the line of credit that we're actually able to get because we're a powerful, strong country with a certain reputation. Like, just
sooner or later,
it's
going to run into a wall. Whatever you say it would happen due to the fact that we lived within a budget. It's going to happen anyway due to the fact that we're not living within a budget.
Well, that's kind of why we
just can't continue to go up. Things just can't continue to go up. You're talking about a $15 an hour minimum wage. Well, 10 years from now, what is it going to be, $30?
Yes. Yes, it will.
Where are the other guys at? Coffee and tea.
We talked them to death, yeah.
Well, I ain't going to stay around here and tick off the
Can you
credit.
guys hear me?
People's show anyway.
Well, yeah, I turned my mic.
What are you guys doing? Having coffee or what?
Actually, we finished our coffee. No, I'm listening to you and I'm talking. I didn't realize I turned my microphone on for a second. I turned it off for a second. So I'm trying to get my point across, and I'm saying, "Now listen to me, God damn it!" No,
It sounds like you is passing the buck like Reagan did.
Listen, I have a small company. I can't sustain a lot of people $15 an hour. Just can't do it. Just not going to happen.
Yeah.
I just hired I just hired a girl, a high school dropout. I felt bad for her. I've been giving her $10 an hour. And
$10 an hour. If people would go back to a family style, if you staying home in the family in a house under one roof, and you bringing home $10 an hour, well, it would help out with the whole family. It would be possible.
This girl lives with her family. She's 19 years old, a high school dropout. She hasn't worked for probably a year now. So I felt bad for her. $10 an hour, can afford and bring her in, and let her do some work, and basically, it's.
And she should be trying to better herself.
Well, I'm hoping she is. I told her she's got to try to get her high school diploma and try to learn something. You learn something, and if she becomes actually where she's productive, then she can do something and get paid more. And this with what I do or with what I'm doing. But she's the third person that I've hired that way. I mean, if I fire her tomorrow, I wouldn't miss her at all. But I figure, I feel bad for these people, and I give them a shot. I had actually about 5 years ago, I had a couple that turned out by the time they left me, they were finding jobs for $60,000 a year. So it's
beautiful thing.
Yeah, it is. But this is. But I just try to tell you, what the hell can? But if it went up to $15,
well, people say us conservatives don't do nothing. I wrote a check today, took it to the Boys and Girls Club because they trying to raise money to send some young baseball players out to the Cal Ripken camp so that they can have opportunity to experience that. They're gonna have it's in Boston, so they're gonna have to take a plane, but they're trying to take X number of young players. So they can experience this. So they had to try to raise money.
Where are you guys from?
I'm in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And where are you from?
I'm in Atlanta.
I'm in Atlanta. You're 404. I said that at the beginning, Atlanta, yeah. 404 area code.
Yeah.
I'll be down there next year.
Yeah. So you guys can go meet head on.
You better not be at a Trump rally, because if you are, I'm throwing a tomato at you, Bianca.
I'm coming down to Louisiana to get my grandson, and we're going back to Atlanta. He's going to practice with at a baseball camp for about 3 days before we come back home.
How old are you?
I'm old enough to know a rotten tomato when I see one.
Yeah, I know. Well, listen, we're both. Well, I'm 65, and the young guy next to me is 67. So we're both we're both sort of aged.
Well, we don't experience probably the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Listen, guys, we're going to get cut off by Blog Talk Radio.
Yeah, well, look. I'm going to get out of here. I might catch you guys, but remember what I told you. Go tell the rest of them white folks, I said, get off their fat asses and get off their knees and go support Trump. This is it. If we don't do it this time, I don't know what to tell you.
Not do that.
And you know
and
something?
I'm telling them do not do that.
Well, who would you vote for?
And you know...
don't vote for Trump. Would you vote for Hillary?
Hell no.
All right. That's
and you know something? All we want people to do is to go out and vote their conscience. That's all. It's their God-given right. Men and women have died to give them the right to vote, and they shouldn't waste it by sitting at home.
I don't know if you can trust people's conscience anymore.
Well, I try. I try. But you know something, gentlemen? I have to tell you, 15, 20 minutes